My name is Taylor Spiegel, and I did my research based upon the Gulf War, which is also known as the Persian War. I interviewed Mr. Stryker about his experience in the military and how it relates to the Persian War. Through my research, I learned how scary but also how much impact both the war and the military can have on someone's life. Throughout my interview with Mr. Stryker, I got the chance to ask him questions about his experiences during his time in the military. I also got the chance to ask him about what he remembers from the Gulf War of 1990. Before I dive into my interview with Mr. Stryker, I would like to share background information on what the Persian War is. The Gulf War started on August 2, 1990 and ended on February 28, 1991. Although this was a short war, a lot happened. The reason American forces were deployed into Saudi Arabia was because of the August 1990 Iraq invasion of Kuwait. Iraq invaded Kuwait because of oil production and debt payment. Saddam Hussein annexed Kuwait and declared it a 19th province of Iraq. After that happened, President Bush believed Iraq intended to invade Saudi Arabia and take control of their oil supplies. Bush then sent troops to protect Saudi Arabia. Now that I got the chance to explain a little bit about the Gulf War, I can begin to talk about my interview with Mr. Stryker. What was your position in the military? Mr. Stryker enlisted in the military, became officer, then a personal officer in Fort Lewis, Washington. How did your family life change during your time in the military? Mr. Stryker's wife, who was his girlfriend at the time, was upset with him because he joined the military without talking to her about it first. His family life changed when he was in the military because he only got the chance to talk to his family once a week and at a certain time. He and his family did a lot of writing back and forth to each other. How was life in the United States while soldiers were at war with Iraq and you were in the military? Mr. Stryker said life was fairly unchanged. There was no real effect and everyone just worried about their family and friends. What were the aerial and ground battles like during the war? Mr. Stryker said they all happened at night and they were broadcasted on TV, but seemed to be in night vision. Why do you think that it only took U.S. and coalition forces 4 days to defeat Saddam Hussein's troops? He said since he had been in the military and got to experience what they experienced during the Gulf War, he realized they had superior forces, better training, better equipment, better leadership, and overall better soldiers. After my interview with Mr. Stryker, I felt more comfortable with the topic I had researched. Mr. Stryker's experience in the military was connected to the Persian War because he went through some of the same types of things that the soldiers in the Persian War had to endure. They were both forced to do things they weren't comfortable with doing sometimes, but they did it because they knew they were fighting for their country. The Persian War will always be remembered, as will the service of Mr. Stryker along with many others in the military.